Yeah, this is the Q&A with R and K.
No, K now sounds better.
It did, listen, don't rhyme.
K now though.
So this is the Q&A. We're going to be announcing the winner of the competition for the Inch Trowels later on in the video.
Yeah. So
just to say, we have had quite a good response as well.
So many.
It's actually been pretty surprising. We've had about 65, in fact probably a few more, probably about 70 questions. So we're obviously not going to get to all of them. We've chipped it down to a few. And if we don't answer your question, we're sorry. We have to make, people aren't going to sit and watch us answer 70 questions.
No.
So we'll just crack on with the questions.
It's not rigged, but I have entered. No, I haven't.
Joe Dainton says, have you got a suitable risk assessment in place for when your colleague has a savage heart attack from those poisonous energy drinks? Enjoying the video.
Have you?
No. If you have a heart attack, why don't we just ring an ambulance?
I don't think I'll have a heart attack.
No. I mean, maybe.
I mean, all the energy I burn off, so it's not as if I'm not using.
You're not drinking them sat playing Call of Duty, but
no.
Yeah.
I'm actually moving about, so I think I'll be alright. Maybe not.
We'll see.
This could be my last video. You don't know.
Could be. Why do you wear headphones all day? Well, I wear headphones because sometimes I get phone calls and it's easy to answer and carry on working. If you have to have a phone in your hand, you have to put tools down. Yeah. So it just works best to have it.
And he uses them as noise cancelling when I'm talking.
Yep. I can drown out noises, listen to books and podcasts and stuff sometimes, especially if I'm working on my own. So
yeah, I always have my headphones in my pocket ready.
Just in case. Cy B asks, 2 coats with the same mix or 2 separate coats, what do you prefer?
I prefer the first coat with one mix, second coat with another mix.
A slightly wet mix?
Yeah. I obviously, we've done it both ways. It depends how much. If you mix too much up the first,
yeah, sometimes we'll use a bit of it. If it's close to being gone, we'll chuck the last bit away.
Yeah. But I mean, it obviously sets a little bit faster if you're using the same mix.
Yeah, it depends if you want to get off quick.
It's all going at the same speed, but obviously we tend to have a wetter mix on the top coat.
Yeah. So we use a slightly stiffer mix, and then we like to have a fresh one for the second coat, just because it helps with setting times. It helps control suction a bit.
Yeah, you can get a bit more on if you do it that way. If you've only got a little job on and.
Oh yeah, just use it.
Yeah, dirty water. No, I'm joking.
Martin Hemsley said, how would you prepare and then plaster a wall where one half is painted cement render, the other is unpainted cement render, with a rough 150mm channel where the old wall's been removed? A few ideas. Would love to hear your thoughts.
You'd have to fill the channel.
Bond the channel.
Yeah,
I'd say bond the channel, blue grit the lot, skim it.
That'd be the safest bet.
Nigel Can says, would you flatten off with the plastic flex, basically?
No.
No, we wouldn't.
It would create waves in the wall. Literally the plastic
and even flexes.
Plastic trowels and flexi trowels, they're basically for the last trowel.
Yeah, the last trowel, maybe the cross.
Yeah.
Some people just use them for the cross, don't they?
You don't want them, because like I said, it creates waves. Obviously, they bend, they flex. They're going to create some kind of...
Yeah, you don't want to...
Overall,
you want a nice stiff steel trowel to flatten it off.
We use a steel to put on both coats and this first trowel, and then we go to the flexi. But
yeah, and the flexi takes the strain off of it, but it's you want to form the shape of the wall and the flatness with the steel first, and then you get the smoothness with the flexi. That's kind of how we work it, innit? So Tam says, tiger stripes, help me iron them out, get rid of them, I want a smoother finish. So tiger stripes, I usually think that's to do with the angle of the trowel.
The angle of the trowel, and how, obviously, if it's super dry wall, you've got to wet it. If you don't wet it, you're going to tear.
Yeah, also if
you could be mistaking tiger stripes for tears. Obviously, if it's too dry, it's
maybe, yeah. Also, if it's too wet, you can kind of get tiger stripe ripples if you're going over it too soon or adding too much water. So you don't want to soak the wall, especially if it's quite wet already. You just want to go over it and try not to give it too sharp of an angle too early, because you kind of increase the angle of your trowel as the gauge goes on, don't you?
Yeah, and obviously if you're, like you said, increasing your angle too much, it kind of scrapes it. It doesn't smooth it. Yeah, especially if it's like a fairly new trowel. The newer, like if you've not even bedded a trowel in properly, you're going to get tiger stripes no matter what.
Yeah.
Because they're not sharp enough.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. So Craig Smith says, hi guys, done a few attempts at plastering and got the bug. I've just boarded a lathe and plaster ceiling, found it difficult to find the joist because of all the small slats. It's probably really simple for you pros to find them. Any tips would be helpful for the future. Thanks for the vids. You guys are uploading, really knowledgeable. That's why I had to go with my ceiling after watching your video. One man ceiling overboard job. Okay.
For finding the joists with lat ceilings,
you can use a metal detecting joist finder. Yeah, that's where the screws are, the nails,
like nails and screws, they detect them. But you're overboarding the ceiling anyway, so you just use the lat hammer to put a hole in, and then you just feel where the joist is and you mark it on the wall. Yeah,
if you hit the move along the ceiling, hitting it, you'll hear where it's hollow and then where it's suddenly not hollow
anymore.
Hear
roughly where it is. Yeah. You put a hole next to roughly where it is, and you can feel exactly where it is, so you know where the middle is.
Yeah.
If you're just going like that and tapping it and you find where the joist is, you don't know for definite.
Yeah. So
that's the middle. You could be hitting the edge, so we always put a hole in. And find the joist.
So we go a lot, and then we do it along a wall, so then you can mark the joist on the wall.
Yeah.
And there you go. And if you mark the opposite wall, you can even draw lines between them, so you know exactly where they are. But that might be a bit unnecessary. But okay, Barry Leet says, what's your view on sponge floating? And question for me, laying on and troweling up with an 18-inch trowel, does it make a difference in flatter work? Cheers, fellas. So first, the sponge floating.
I can answer that one.
Yeah, go on, you go.
I don't know if you've ever used sponge float.
Yeah, I've used it. I like it, but I usually just use it if it's going off really fast.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. Obviously, I went through a stage where for like 6 months straight, that's all we were doing. I've done it with 2 coats, I've done it with 1 coat, and it's just pointless in a way. Obviously, just the traditional way is so much better. If the sponge float is it aggravates it, doesn't it? It brings the water back to the surface. It's for when it's going off too fast.
Yeah. And it kind of you create like this wet surface that you can
trowel up, but then it goes off just as fast again.
Yeah.
It's just to give you that little extra time at the time you need it.
Yeah, I think. And I mean,
it's everybody's preference. Some people
use them exclusively.
Yeah.
I tell you what, some people do, which I don't really agree with. Some people one coat and sponge float as a solution.
It's not the great.
Yeah, I just think that we've always had this system of thinking that 2 coating is the right way of doing it, and I know some people will say we're snobby about that, but we don't.
No, I understand why people one coat. I do, because it's so much faster. It's a lot easier, and it's not as much gear.
It's cheaper. Technically.
It takes less time. Well, it doesn't take less time because you're basically giving it an extra trowel with the sponge float. Sponge float. But I've always gone back to 2 coats. Sooner or later, you do. You go through like stages. I do anyway.
Yeah.
Obviously, I've gone back to.
Yeah, you just try stuff out, see what works. Yeah. And revert back if it's no better, or you. Well,
you don't know if it's going to work.
Oh, you've got to try stuff.
You've got to try.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, and with the 18-inch trowel, for me, I find it does. The reason I actually got it originally is because it started to. I figured out that I could put on faster and I could trowel up faster with a bigger trowel. It makes sense, but for some reason, a lot of people don't do it, and I just thought I'd try it. And at first it felt a bit cumbersome and a bit clumsy, but I've got used to it, and it's great. Now that's all pretty much all I use, unless obviously I need something that's smaller. But we have a selection of scrapers and stuff to deal with that. Yeah. Cameron Lynch says, how do you put it on, top to bottom or bottom to top? Obviously top to bottom.
Yeah, right to left.
No, left to right. Jesus.
I was seeing whether you'd know it.
Jesus.
No, start in the top left and go to the, obviously, work your way right.
Yeah, there's some of you out there, maybe this is a site thing, but some of you like to get your meterage on first.
Yeah, we've heard that a few times.
Yeah, put that middle section on and then just do the top and then leave a little couple-inch gap at the bottom to go and fill after. But I mean...
Nah, I wouldn't say that's the way.
No, I think I don't suppose it really matters, depending on how you've learned. But ultimately, for me, we have like quite systematic ways of doing things, and I like to go left to right, tops first, then bottoms, and push up into the tops. It's just the way that I've always done it, and it's the same with, we always do ceilings before walls as well. we'd never plaster a ceiling after a wall if we can help it. So yeah, that's how we do it. Do Ox do a plastic trowel?
They do.
Yeah, they do. They do. So
we haven't used the plastic trowel. I'm not keen on plastic trowels.
No,
I went through a stage where we did use them, but
yeah.
I'd rather use a flexi. They do the same.
Yeah,
job.
they're kind of like the best of both worlds. It's like in between a plastic and a steel, in it really. Okay, Lewis Sproston says, could you do a video on wet to wet angles, what twitcher is best to use, timings, etc. Also, best way to get a wall level using bonding. So with the bonding, like I said, the straight edges are really good, or just a normal feather edge. You can also do a box screed method, which is quite handy. We've done that a few times, where you basically get a few dots level, then you create a line with bonding, and then you create another line, and between those two lines you can then just, once it's got off, you
let
can
them two lines set, and then you just
then you like screed from those lines. So it's that's quite a handy method.
That's for like big areas.
But with regards to the wet to wet angles, we'll do a video on that. The angle tool we use is the Ragni one, and it's insanely good. It is worth the hype. Definitely worth the hype. So the Ragni angle tool, it's about 13-14 quid. Really good. Any tips on starting a plastering business? From Smosh Mingram.
Smosh Mingram.
Yeah, so well, Smosh, I mean, I'd say learn to be a plasterer.
Yeah, I mean,
master your trade.
Yeah.
Then
apprenticeships are always a good thing.
Yeah, apprenticeships are good. Shadowing more superior plasterers is a good method.
Yeah.
For a while, just shadow them for like 5-6 years.
Start from the bottom. Don't rush.
Don't jump before you can walk. Don't run before you can walk. That's what I'm trying to say. And yeah, that's really. And yeah, just take it one step at a time. I mean, we're doing a video actually on starting a plastering business for Biz Plus.
Yeah.
So we'll be talking more about that in a future video. But yeah, I mean, just you just got to keep moving, keep it growing, and ultimately, in the free market, let the free market decide. If things are good enough, you'll succeed. If you're not, you'll fail. Anthony Parry says, hi Anthony, says, what tool's been the biggest game changer for you two? Mine is the speed skim. It allows me to control quicker when putting bigger areas on.
Ours is...
The flexes have been a massive one for me, because when I started, we were just using steel trowels all the way through.
Yeah, definitely the mixer.
Oh yeah, we got the DeWalt cordless mixer. That's been a massive game changer for us. Huge, because when you're working domestic, getting power obviously
isn't always...
It's just awkward, and you don't want to be in all different rooms. You're kind of limited to where you can go, and if someone's having an extension built or something, and you're running cables everywhere, and cables running everywhere is not a good thing, especially when you're working with water. And so anyway, with
another game changer, 2 vans.
Yeah. Getting a second van, because once you fill one van up, Jesus.
Yeah.
It becomes limiting. So.
Yeah, finally got 2 vans.
Yeah, this tool's a game changer.
Whoa.
Since I got this tool.
What are you trying to say? I mean, that's like a half-hearted compliment / insult. I don't know how to take that. Yeah,
a Kylie is the best tool you can get.
Whoa!
I'm saying it's a good thing.
Well,
you're the best tool you can get.
I mean, I'm gonna take it as a compliment.
The best complete tool you can get. The best absolute tool is a Kylie.
Could be worse.
Also, Anthony Parry's got a great YouTube channel. His videos are getting better and better every one he uploads, so go check him out as well.
Even though there's a competition.
Yeah, we're coming for you, Anthony. Well, we're putting space between us.
Yeah.
This rocket's taking off and you ain't about.
Even though we do think your videos are great.
Yeah, your videos are awesome. That's why I'm scared. So James O'Sullivan said, have you tried the Mixum paddle? Mixmate paddle.
Is that plastic?
A lot of people don't like them. I think so, yeah. But I'm on my second one. I'll probably get another as it's wearing down. Need to use a tall bucket. First one wasn't by Ox, and my speed skim set isn't Ox, but it's the exact same Ox one. Yeah, I actually had one of the earlier prototypes of them. I think if it's the rubber thing, it was. I had a green one. It was a green coloured one, and somebody gave it me one day on a job, and he said one of his family members had made it. I think he created them, and he was like, you might want this. It's an old prototype. So they gave it me. I've still got it, but I don't use it, and I'll tell you why. I thought it was terrible. That's the answer. I'm sorry. Like I don't know. I'm sure maybe I was using it wrong, and I perhaps didn't give it a fair shake. But you know when you're used to a certain way of doing things, someone's like, try this, and I tried it, and I was just like, you know what, nah. So then I just went back. But
yeah.
Joe Dainton says, does the standard stainless trowel have a perma-shaped style curve on the blade? Good looking at trowels, but no opportunity to use any ox trowel yet. Yeah, they do have a curve to them, a slight curve. All trowels usually do.
Slight curve,
but they're
in the good way.
Yeah, they're very gradual. It's like a concaved curve, so it curves upwards. So obviously the middle of the blade should, in theory, be able to sit on a surface without any of the corners touching.
Yeah, it's just slightly.
But it's very, very slight.
It's so you can get less lines.
Yeah, yeah. So Harry Heffman says, what do you guys use to get around sockets when doing an overskim?
Trowel.
Trowel, or we use some scrapers. We've got some nice Marshalltown palette knife scraper things, and we have loads of little scrapers. Just different sizes. Yeah, all different sizes, so we can kind of always do it. And ultimately, the smallest is the small tool. Yeah. Right. Lemon Squeezer says, how did you get into the plastering trade?
What name?
And do you think the trade has got better over time? The trade's doing alright. Still, it's starting to innovate, which is good. Like the technology is coming into it. Hopefully, they don't innovate us out of a job.
No, I don't think so.
But yeah, but right now the trade's doing quite well, and I got into it out of school, did an apprenticeship, went in to do some other stuff, and then came back to plastering, and ended up here with a business and working it now. And you've had a similar path, apprenticeship. Yeah. And
3-year apprenticeship.
Yeah.
Then full time, and then different jobs, and then back, and you always try something new, and then realise that you just stick to what you know. That's it. And Phil, then you get this. Yeah, you get me. Yeah. I'm the light at the end of the tunnel. Well, Phil Fish says, what trowel did you both learn with? It'll be good to see you off trowel with Ox then Marshalltown, see if you differ. I think you meant see you trowel off. Oh, okay. Marshalltown is what I started with.
I started with Marshalltown, pretty much always used it, and only went into Ox because I just like them. Tried one out and it was great. Started trying it out.
The only steel trowels I've had are Marshalltown, Ox, and we'll not name the third.
Yeah.
I mean, that's quite embarrassing, but it worked. It was a good trowel.
And it wasn't Rafina.
No. Did start with R though.
Yeah. So Fluey says, yo, what are your thoughts on battery powered mixers?
Revolutionary.
Oh yeah, these are a game changer. Like we mentioned
especially
earlier.
For site plasterers as well.
Yeah, anyone. It's such a honestly. We'll do a review at some point, but the DeWalt mixer that we have.
Yeah, we've got to get a second phenomenal one now, anyway, haven't we? Yeah, so we'll do a review on the unboxing it.
Oh, that'd be good. So yeah, well, power mixers are brilliant, worth the weight in gold. Steve Healy says, hi guys, what's your best tips for a beginner? Just keep practicing, yeah. It's just a non-stop repetition. So it's repetition and time.
Yep. And if you fail, do it again and again until you don't fail.
Oliver Williams says, basically, what's your favourite aspect of plastering and why?
Ooh. I like the intricate things where you have to think, like building, like from start to finish, like building, like say, like media walls, like all the joinery, then boarding it, skimming it, so on and so on. I like it from start to finish, like the things where you have to think. Like, obviously we're plasterers, but I do kind of enjoy joinery and stuff like that. I enjoy doing other things. I obviously went and did other things job-wise. I weren't always just plastering. So I do enjoy, like, kind of a multi-trade type thing. Obviously I'm always going to be a plasterer, but I don't mind doing other little bits. That's my favourite part.
More feathers to
you? Yeah.
Bo? Yeah. More feathers in your cap? Jordan Tyson says, hi guys, I'd love some tips on how to tackle larger areas. Personally, I struggle to get more than a bag on at once. That is actually, we get this question all the time.
Comes with time.
It's just time. You just have to keep doing it. My only practical advice is buy a larger handboard and a larger trowel. But ultimately,
I use a 14-inch, and you can get
massive areas.
I can still get quite a lot on.
you hit this point when you're plastering, when you're learning, that you feel like you can't go any faster. And I even tried like running back and forth from the bucket,
and it made no difference.
It just makes no difference.
You just, over time, you just find yourself, when you're putting it on a lot flatter, so you're just not going over it more than once.
Exactly. Eventually, you just speed up and that's it. How many energy drinks do you have a day? That's from LG.
Probably 2 cans.
Maybe 3.
3 at a push if it's a really tiring day, but I mean, I've only had 1 today.
Yeah, I'm a one can a day guy. I don't have them at the weekends, but on weekdays, because of you, actually.
It's because of me. Don't blame me. You're your own person.
That's true. Anthony James says, how long have you boys been plastering, and what made you pick plastering as a job?
I was too thick to do it else. Well, I weren't. I weren't, but I didn't apply myself with much else. I were always better with my hands than my head. And then now it turns out I'm quite good with my head. But
yeah, if only someone told you that at the time.
Yeah, you just don't realise it until it's too late.
Yeah, but to be fair,
I enjoy where I am. I were always going to be in the trade.
Yeah, doing something.
Some kind of trade anyway. Most of my family are quite, obviously they're all different trades. None of us are the same. We've all done separate things. So, yeah.
And you've been doing it for how long?
9 years altogether, but I did have like a year off doing other things. So I'd say we can say 9, obviously.
Yeah.
We're in between, but probably about 8 years of solid plastering. Probably a year of other things, just like different trades and stuff like that. But yeah, probably about 8-9 years.
Well, for me, I've been doing it for probably about 12 years in total, and I also I've been plastering. I started plastering like 15 years ago, but I spent a few years doing other things. Like I went to IT for a while and worked in warehouses and did all the other stuff. But yeah, basically went into an apprenticeship, tried a few other things, ended up coming back to it, then went into IT, did that for a while, then came back to it again, and then just decided that you've got, I've learned how to do something, I've got a skill, let me just see how far we can take it, and this is what we're doing. So yeah. Yeah,
we're still quite young in the game. We don't say that we know everything.
No, we're learning every day still. Yeah. And I think one of the biggest things when you go into plastering, the most important traits is having humility and just being like, I don't know everything. There's way more that I don't know than we know.
I was going to say there's a lot that we do know, but there's so much more that we don't know.
Yeah, and like
always be humble in that way.
Yeah. You don't want to run before you can walk.
No,
as they say.
But don't think that you're better than what you are.
Yeah, it's better to undersell and over-deliver than to oversell and under-deliver, because that just kills a business. Teabag T 2012 says, I've just started about a labourer and worked out of my white bucket. What would you lads recommend? Would we recommend a mortar table, which we call a spot board?
Yeah.
We don't use them, but usually on site you would use one. Especially if the benefit of having a table is that you can empty out the bucket and then people can take from it while someone else is mixing up.
Doing it on your own while you're on your own, there's just no point.
No.
It takes more time to get it onto the spot board than, like you said, it's there for while one's on the spot board, your labourer can be mixing up another one for you, and then by the time you've used that one, that one's ready to put on the spot board.
If it's just you're never mixing up while you're putting on.
No.
So you're always going to have to wait anyway. So
you might as well just mix up in the bucket and use the bucket. And
then and we don't use spot boards because we work in people's homes and.
Yeah, there's just nowhere to put them.
Yeah, we
unless you're in a full big house.
Yeah.
For a while, I wouldn't recommend using one. We don't even have one, do we? I don't know if you've got one in lock-up.
No, don't have one. No.
There's just no point.
If we went on site, we would, but we're never going to go on site.
I used to have, when I was on site, we had one, but there's just no point in domestic.
So the final question is from Vishal Sharma, who says, can I use an Ultraflex trowel from start to finish? Well, Vishal, no, actually. You can use a steel flexi all the way through. You can use a steel trowel all the way through, but you can't use a flexi all the way through. No. The flexi is just for the last few trowels. Ideally just for the last trowel or the cross trowel.
Some people use it for both trowels, but
you don't want to put it on with a flexi.
No, I have done that before, and you just end up having to reskim the wall. It just goes wavy.
Yeah, so if you're going to buy one trowel, just buy a steel.
Yeah, if I had to pick out of the two, because you can you can go all the way through with the steel.
Yeah.
Obviously when they're bedded in, not straight away I won't.
Yeah, that's it. So, okay, well that's that out of the way. So, yeah. Firstly, just before we do the draw of the competition, because I know most of you probably just skipped forward to this bit anyway. Sorry if we didn't get to your question, but we did have a lot of questions and we've tried to answer.
We got way more than we thought we were going to get.
Oh yeah, we got way more. But this has actually been quite a successful way of doing this. So what we're announcing really is that every month we're going to do a Q&A and see how it goes. This is the April one. We'll do one the start of May. So the end of April though, we'll put a video out which will basically be another competition in exchange for some more questions. So I think next month I'm going to try something a little bit different. We're going to be giving away 5 Ragni angle tools, which is what we use for the corner for doing in our angle tooling. So I'm going to see how that goes, because that way 5 people will get a chance to win rather than
just
one.
The one.
And I just think we'll see how that makes a difference. But it's just a tool we love. Obviously this month we gave away ox tools. And we're just going to try.
It'll be different every month.
Yeah, well,
it's not going to be. Obviously, there might be the same thing that comes up.
Yeah, but it'll always be something that we like, we use, and we think that other people could.
Yeah, we're not going to give away something that we wouldn't use ourselves.
Yeah, and also,
sorry about that.
Also, this video is obviously sponsored by Biz Plus, but they have not contributed to the giveaway. That's something we decided to do just to try and encourage, just to try and get some questions.
Your pocket.
Yeah, so it's coming directly from us. So yeah, every month we're going to be doing a Q&A and a giveaway. So yeah, I hope everybody is liking the videos to a certain extent, and we'll keep the videos coming.
So how are we doing this?
So what I'm going to do is I've assigned a number to every person based on their comment, the question that they've left basically. Obviously, assuming that everyone's subscribed and everything, I will check afterwards, and if not, we'll have to draw another person. But this, what we're going to do is I'm going to get Google to give me a random number between 1 and 65 is how many questions we got. So if the random number comes out, 166, sorry. So whatever the number is, if it corresponds with your number, then you'll win. So I'll tell you right now who's won. So we're just going to get the number. So,
and it's not Anthony Barrett. No, I'm joking.
Get your business found with Biz Plus. We do everything from website and graphic design to marketing services, including search engine optimization, Google and Facebook ads. We're a 5-star rated company featured as excellent on Trustpilot with over 50 happy customers. Click the link below to book in a free call to see if we would be a good fit for you. Biz Plus. Putting the plus in your business.
Okay, Google. Random number between 1 and 66. There we go. Number 1!
Hey, now the cookie crumble.
Means the winner is Vishal Sharma.
What did they say?
Can I use Ultraflex Trough from start to finish?
See? Valid question.
There's a good question. The winner is Vishal. Vishal, email me. I'll put my email address.
Right here?
Right here.
Somewhere on this bit?
Yeah, email me, and I'll probably... Don't be emailing me if you're not Vishal, pretending to be Vishal. I'm going to check. So yeah, Vishal, email
Can't you message you from...
Yeah, I'm sure he can. Or just send me a DM somehow. Thanks everyone for
entering.
Sorry
you didn't win.
Yeah, we can't have everyone win. It would have been nice to give away 65 pairs of trowels.
Well, I mean,
and next month we'll be having the 5 Ragni trowel giveaways. Yeah. Keep in touch for more. Make sure you subscribe and keep a lookout for more videos that we've got coming up soon.
Are we going to tell them that if we get to 10,000, there's a big one?
Oh yeah, when we get to the 10,000 mark, we've got a very, very good prize to give away.
Very big prize to give away.
Big ticket item.
You want to be there.
Big ticket item. You need that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll get those. We'll get that sorted out.
Yeah.
Right. So
get us to 10,000.
Yeah. So the faster we get it, so share it, because this is a great.
It's a big present.
Oh, great present.
Great
prize.
Present. No, it's a present.
It's a present.
It's a present. It's a present from us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Well.
Guess 10,000.
That's it. Catch you later.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Bye.